An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitz and play coverage.
To throw, it's Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Also, offense. Still first down.
First and 15 here behind the chains. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Again, it's Murray. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
A right side catch by Crabtree. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
Blue 58.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Jihad Ward, the rookie, taken to the 2nd round, in on the stop. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left. Go, team. Set. 3-19.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining.
And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. It's the rookie from Michigan State, Shalik Calhoun, in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man, the first sack of his NFL career. Now Stanton. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Marcus Golden from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Stanton. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and that'll bring up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And he rifles one incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and that'll make it third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll look to throw. Finding Fells complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Darren Fells, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Cook. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing, Cook. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Down carry by Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him. So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught by Clive Walford. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Here's Ellington. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Double tight, double tight. You got three down. All right, here we go.
Again, they run with Ellington. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
Hey. 4 down.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll drop to throw. Fells has it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And now a 1st down following that long gain. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from the desert after this.
Watch left. I need left.
A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Stanton. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Stanton he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals defense now, they make their way back out there. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often, all those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more. Anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Cook. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing, Cook. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Marquette King now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. And with a deficit here, they gave up the field goal last time, but with this deficit, Charles, how important is a stop on this drive?
Extremely. And you know that they heard it on the sideline. You know they heard it going out onto the field, and they're telling it to each other. No more points given up. We've got a chance to still get into this game.
As a defensive guy, you kind of like that challenge. You don't want to be down, but do you like that challenge?
You don't want to be in that position, and you wish you had taken the challenge a little bit earlier, but now this is it. It has to happen at this point.
18 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll look to throw here on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw again. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
That boy's got 4 down. Set. 3-19.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll throw now on the final play.
Can anyone get him?
What a move. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Raiders just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Raiders taking control early in the first. Peterson's going to get the quarterback here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Cardinals have it early in the second. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This one ends up as a loss of 11. Sticking with the same drive. Thornton's going to get to the quarterback here. This ends up as a loss of 12. Now following the fumble. Fails, found on the quick pass, and this goes 12 yards for the score. Cardinals push the lead to 10. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Now let's get you back out to Glendale as we check back in with Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. J.J. Nelson now to return. The Raiders defense getting ready. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
He finds some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So that's the desired outcome coming out of here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
You got 4. You got 4. All right, here we go. Blue line.
This is Ellington. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Stanton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Blue line. Blue line. We've got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Ellington. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Now Cook. He's got his man on the crossing route. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. But look now at the Oakland defense as they get ready. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Or maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again. Now Stanton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's Fells. A good pickup there at 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Now let's go. Now look at 56. Look at 56. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And they will line up now for the two-point try.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And now here come the Raiders. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Set. Blue 90.
Throwing, Cook. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
All right, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. You don't know no better.
Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Play clock winding down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Take it in at the 22. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And with that penalty, the offense in a tough spot here. 3rd and 13.
Let's go. Green.
Now Cook. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Now look at 56. Look at
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. Letting one go. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the rookie Brandon Williams. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. Let's see if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. The play clock's running down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Stanton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Arizona. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing, Cook. He's got time. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Rodney Gunter breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
2nd down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Set, 3-19. 3-19.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Play clock winding down. Another part of this Cardinal rotation. This is Chris Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. The play clock's running down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Here's Drew Butler now, as he's on to punt for Arizona. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. We focus our attention on the Cardinals defense now. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fresh set of downs here. Now Cook. Here's Walford over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw now on first down. Roberts with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. 35 yards. Throwing, Cook. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And not a good performance by them or by their offense, for that matter. It just hasn't been a good game.
And it's real easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth of the matter is, having played defense, your pride says whatever your offense gives you, you're supposed to allow 1 point less. So they're going to feel like they let them down as well.
Yeah, I guess fingers could be pointed on both sides.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.